Hello, this is Bazzarro from BGE Blogspot.com, and lately there's been some things going around, and I want to talk about them because people in the internet get angry, and they don't know why they get angry. And some things you can be legitimately angry about, but there's others that just aren't. So let's get into it. The year was 2009, and I found myself in a nearly empty cinema screen, and I was there, and there were only 3 other people. There was an old lady. There was a young couple, and there was me. And we were going to watch a movie that I had been expecting, and from the looks of it, I had been the only one expecting it. The movie was called The Legend of Chun-Li. You see, I had spent the previous year defending this movie, or rather, what this movie could have been, right? There was a lot of, when people talk about it in the internet, they said it looked terrible. A lot of people said that making a movie about Street Fighter, it should have been about Ryu. Like, Ryu's the hero of Street Fighter, making it about Chun-Li. Just doing that was wrong. Making the movie about Chun-Li. There were other people that thought that the movie was gonna be bad because Chun-Li was played by Kristen Krug, and she's a Canadian. She's apparently part Asian, but you can't really tell from looking at her that she's got even a little bit of Asian in her. So basically, you got this character who was a Chinese national, and now she was being played by Lana from Smallville, and I thought that despite that, the movie could have been good. I thought, when they were first announced, people were more or less bothered, but I thought it could have been good. But then I saw the movie, and it was one of the things that drove me to blog, because I was so disappointed with the final product. A Street Fighter movie was something that had already been done, not I mean the older Street Fighter movie. It wasn't like what we fans would have wanted of a Street Fighter movie, but it was a movie that could be enjoyed. It had positive elements, and the new version just didn't have anything. It would have been bad if it had been anything else. If it had been called anything else other than a Street Fighter, it would have been bad. And I kind of like female characters. especially in fighting games. So to me, making the movie about Chun-Li is actually brilliant because she's the second most popular character in the game, or depending on who you ask. But she's been in every time. She's been in more games than Ryu up to a point. I mean, they put her in other games and they don't even care. So there's a lot of emotions that we fans go through that affect how we enjoy adaptations of the things we like. Yeah, and it's funny because right now there's like a thing going on because James Rolfe, alias also known as the Angry Video Game Nerd, it's a character he played in other videos. He made a video saying he straight up won't watch he won't watch the new Ghostbusters movie, and he was very calm about it. He didn't call it ass a lot. uh, and it sparked a lot of discussion, I think, because he announced his intention to not see the movie, to not actually support it. He's not gonna review it because he knows it's gonna be bad. And a lot of people, well, they who didn't even know who he was, they didn't know, they started immediately going into discussions of whether he's doing it because he doesn't like women or because it's sexist and stuff. And other people, they say he's doing the right thing. And I think with the new Ghostbusters, there's some people who are actually sexist and won't watch it because they don't like stuff that has women characters in it, but what James is doing here is a healthy thing that a lot of us in nerddom need to do. I mean, how many series do you see where each entry, it's bad, like Transformers? Like, they make one movie and it's bad and the fans don't like it, but a lot of them pay for it anyway, so they make more. And we as fans need to understand that if we pay to see a bad movie just because it's in our wheelhouse, it's from our franchise, we're basically saying, please make more like this. And people about James, people have been saying like why this, why now, why not anything else? Then it's gotta be because it's women, right? And to some people it might be, as is the case, but I think it's something else, you see. And I think he explained this too, but I'm gonna explain it anyway. there was, for years, there was hope that there would be a third movie. You know, they kind of teased about it, and it was a possibility, and people were alive to do it. And it comes to a point where eventually, after years of waiting and the possibility being there of a third movie, suddenly they just, like, almost involuntarily, they rushed a reboot and just threw it out there. Suddenly it's a reboot, and this, under normal circumstances, you know, it would have been considered difficult. But in the context of this, that there were only ever two movies, I mean, for example, I think there was a reboot to RoboCop. I think it was 2 years ago, and nobody was saying that this was the biggest insult they've ever seen. And you know why? Because the biggest insult you've ever seen is already either the sequels to RoboCop or the TV show to RoboCop, or the stupid second cartoon to RoboCop. It's gotta be something else, and fans of have already, they've already seen the not good version of RoboCop. They already got that in their hearts. And this one, they kind of expected to see. They haven't had their hearts broken yet. For example, nobody wanted a remake of Street Fighter. Like, nobody. So they weren't really disappointed that it was bad. I mean, because it wasn't a movie they wanted ruined. It was just a movie they didn't even want, so they didn't even watch it. And I think, while yes, there are people out there who just won't see it because, I don't know, man. It's just a lot of, like, trendy sexism where you're like trying to be more, sexist because it's a cool thing to do. I don't know. It's weird. Because, you don't want to be extreme, extreme not sexist. You have to be extreme sexist, otherwise, I don't know. It's weird. But I think those people are in the minority, I think if the movie had any trailers that, sold you the movie as being, funny or good, I think most people that were on the fence about it, that were like, they could have wanted to see it. They might have wanted to see it. But we have to face facts. The trailer for this movie was really bad. Like, really, really bad. Like, it had three Exorcist jokes in 2016, and they weren't even good jokes. Like, you can't get away with that. I mean, I'm done with the idea of female Ghostbusters, but it just didn't look good. And the result of that is that the people who already weren't gonna watch it because they hate women, they were like, see, it was bad. And the people who were gonna watch it were just like, we're not gonna watch it. It looks awful. And a trailer is supposed to sell you the movie. Like, people say like, oh, you can't judge a movie by its trailer. Then what can you judge it by? Are you supposed to just watch it because it might be good? Why? Why are you? So in essence, we screwed it up. And maybe, the movie's good, but if you have to pay to find out, and it looks really bad, you'd have to be an idiot like me in 2009, thinking, that despite all the odds, The Legend of Chun-Li could have been good. It could have been good. It wasn't a bad ideas, the Chun-Li and stuff that killed it. It was being bad. And even if you want, more female lead action movies and adventure movies and stuff, I want that. But I'm not buying a ticket to Catwoman for that. I mean, for a long time there has been this thing where people wanted, for example, more female action heroes, and they also wanted them to be good. They wanted to be like, didn't want it to be like Supergirl or Catwoman or Elektra or pretty much all the female superhero movies that have been. And you're supposed to demand quality. You're not supposed to just buy it, even though, despite its quality, because it's got female characters in it. That's not a good idea. So I think what James is doing is what we should be doing more of. That we should be like, there's enough stuff out there that we don't need to support every single asshole who owns an IP who shows up and says, hey, we're rebooting this because we own it, whatever, just buy it, we don't care. And further than that, I lost my train of thought. I think that some people, not all the people, right? But some people like geek culture when it's like blind love for stuff. I mean, I guess that's why they call it fans. Like it's literally fanatics. They're fanatics. People like it when it's blind passion for product. Like when you make it, when you make the theme of Ghostbusters out of kazoos and put it on YouTube, they're like, oh, it's amazing, look at what this fan did. And then when you suddenly come out and say, I'm not supporting this looks bad, with the same passion that you used to make the Marshmallow Puff Man shaped house or whatever, then it's like, what's the matter with these nerds? And obviously, the people that want nerds to be just product buying, cows, they don't like that kind of thing. They like the thing where you blindly buy into stuff regardless of quality. And I think we need to be more responsible with what we support. And in this sense, I think what James is doing is an example to all of us. Like usually this stuff, plays out like this. They say we're making a movie about your thing, and then they make the thing, and then if you like it, well, you watch it. But there is a lot of people who just sustaining franchises that just aren't good anymore, and they keep supporting them because of they love not the current ruined version, but every version in general, and they feel loyalty to that. And I think loyalty goes both ways, you're supposed to like something, but you're also not supposed to let it be a slap to your face. But that's just my opinion anyway. What do you guys think? Do you think that there needs to be a lot more of criticism of things before they come out, or a lot less? Do you think we should be giving movies a chance that look bad or not? So you guys let me know in the comments below. It's your friend Bad Sarvo.